Understanding the miracle cures policy. Now, it should goes without saying, you should not be promoting miracle cures. However, regardless of that, you still see lots of advertising of people promoting cure for diabetes or cure for that, or get rid of this. All the types of things that, quite frankly, may be diseases that, quite frankly, may not have a cure for, but yet people market solutions as cures anyway. But hidden within this is an expanded definition by Google AdWords that may affect some of you when you think that your advertising may be okay. In general, miracle cures, as we said before, is easy to identify. I know for a fact, there's many businesses that promote, let's say, for example, a cure for diabetes, when in fact, there is no known cure for diabetes. I can tell you, in fact, the only cure we've ever seen for diabetes has been bariatric surgery. And even then, the doctors don't call it cure, they call it remission. So making these false claims can be quite problematic for any advertiser that intends to go on Google AdWords and make such claims. However, some of you are swept up into this policy unknowingly because you are not properly educated on Google's definition of all the things that fall into this category. Our supplements people are of particular vulnerability to the miracle cures policy. So let me just expand on the additional areas that Google considers miracle cures and some of the nuances you need to avoid when you're advertising your product or your services. So, for example, some of you have supplements that have ingredients in them that have been well studied. They may show effects on certain diseases and may be viable solutions for treatments for certain diseases or ailments. However, when you cross the line and start promoting your actual product as a treatment for that disease or the symptoms of that disease with no credible studies to show that effect, then you are in what Google considers clear violations of their miracle cures. Now, miracle cures, you might have a hard time finding that policy within Google. They changed the name of this, and it will constantly change, but it does exist. Maybe it's called the Health and Supplements Policy right now, but all in all, you cannot make such claims about your product that's never been studied. And even if it has been studied to treat or mitigate a disease, then you are no longer a supplement. You are now a drug. And if you are a drug, then you must meet FDA requirements and get FDA approval. So you can see the trap that you're in there. So do not promote your product to treat, mitigate, cure any type of disease or physical ailment. And quite frankly, you can do symptom reduction, but don't claim your product actually doesn't unless it's very well studied to do so. However, you say, well, then how can I promote my product? If you take all of that away from me, then what is there to promote? Well, you promote exactly what it is. You're a supplement. So promote it as that, a supplement. And there's plenty of room in the market for you to promote a supplement. Listen, many women need vitamin C and vitamin D and vitamin E to help combat osteoporosis as they advance in age. It is a natural process that happens to females as their hormonal levels go down. However, don't create a product that's a supplement and says it cures and treats osteoporosis. All right, that is too far. However, you can promote vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin whatever, and its history combating osteoporosis and how great your product is combining it and what makes your product special. That you can promote and then put out a viable solution and a great sales funnel for people to not just buy but also become a reoccurring customer. These things are allowed. With a little practice and a little nuance, you can make some of these challenges that you may think exist be no challenge at all. And it's ironically, your conversion rate may go up because people trust you more. You're no longer trying to hit that 15%, but now you're into the 85% who thinks your claims are much more realistic and they buy into them. So also clearly put disclaimers out there that you haven't been evaluated by the governing bodies. You're going to be having people ingest something in their mouth if you're a supplement, and if you're other cure things, whether you put something on you physically or whatever, whether you're trying to cure belly fat with a cold wrap or whatever the case may be, just make sure you have the proper disclaimers on your site that are conspicuous to let people know this is not a cure to treat, it's not a cure. It's not diagnosis, not any of that stuff. And that the governing bodies have not reviewed your claims on the website and that you have disclaimers on any testimonials and things like that. And that will help keep you out of trouble. Now, I will tell you that this is an ever-evolving policy. It evolves every day. I have many people that I work with that something that was acceptable yesterday is no longer acceptable today. So you must keep up on these changes and adjust your marketing and advertising and even your business model at times to be in line with what Google wants to see on their network as a good advertising partner to keep the risk level down to users.